Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
The Daily Compliance News for April 16, 2025. The Fired by AI edition, and we begin with that story from the Financial Times. Sarah O'Connor in the Opinion Technology section asked, what can workers do if they're fired by AI? Last month, a Uber driver was deactivated by the company, and the AI said that he should be terminated. He was one of 10,000 signatures to protest against AI for automatic firings and unfair deactivations. Boy, does that sound dystopian, deactivations. Uber says its policies allow drivers to have their cases reviewed and that they work with drivers to make sure the AI is not alone in the decision-making process. Next up, from InfoSecurity Magazine, compliance is now the biggest cybersecurity challenges for UK financial firms. Complying with regulations is their biggest concern, and nearly half cited compliance as one of their top 5 cyber challenges. This followed by data protection, privacy, remote support, and hybrid working, etc. The research reinforces the importance of financial services organizations in building true, resilient cybersecurity and in the supply chain as well. Next up from the Wall Street Journal, really no surprise here, but China accuses the U.S. spy agency of Winter Games cyber attack. This, of course, is on the heels of the Chinese admitting they hacked the United States, and it's part of the tit-for-tat hacking that goes on literally daily at the highest levels of the United States and its foreign adversaries. The Chinese police issued wanted notices for 3 people, they said, who were engaged in the cyber attacks on behalf of the National Security Agency, or the NSA, a rare step by Beijing to escalate the hostilities. The accusations accused the NSA of targeting the Asian Winter Games, which were held in northeast China this year, as part of an effort by Beijing to present itself as a victim. Yes, China as victim of U.S. aggression under the Trump administration. The attackers used front organizations to buy IP addresses in different countries and anonymously rented servers in Europe and Asia to conceal what they really had going on. So I'm shocked. Yes, shocked to find the U.S. is accused of hacking China. And our final story comes to us from Bloomberg, which reports that the Bank of America must pay $540 million in a long-running fight with the FDIC after a judge ruled the company had shortchanged the agency on funds meant to protect customers and the stability of the U.S. financial system. The bank was liable for lawfully payable assessments, which they did not make to the FDIC. So apparently there's still some enforcement going on, and if you are a bank, you better pay attention on what the FDIC says you need to do. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.